If they ain't got it, I'ma mask up and take it. 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 Mask up and take it.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, hi, how are you? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, and in today's video we are going to be discussing, in my opinion, the most underrated Slipknot mask in the history of Slipknot masks. Now there are multiple reasons as to why I believe this is the most underrated Slipknot mask, and I'll discuss those towards the end of the video. First, I just want to show it off in all of its glory for a second.
Look at all the people and they get a kick out of it. A sexual kick out of it. The whole thing, I think it's sick.
Here come the pain!
It's fucking sick, right? So I'm going to be showing off my entire All Hope Is Gone female mask collection, discussing a little bit about each piece, and talking to you guys about why I feel that it is the most underrated Slipknot mask in history. So first up, we have the OG. This is the straight up clear version. I've heard a lot of different theories and rumors about this mask. I've heard that around the time of Clown's anniversary with his wife, he decided to pick one of these up, and it was called Mrs. Clown, and it was just supposed to be like a pretty female version of a clown mask. I've heard that Clown found these base masks in like China or Japan or something like that and wanted to do some sort of promo shots of the entire band in those masks, and it just never came to light, so he ended up making something out of his own. I've heard that Clown has used them straight from the store, as in nothing done to the mask whatsoever. I've also heard that he never had one straight from the store, but he just used one as a base, made it a little bit larger for his face, and changed some small details. But nonetheless, we have the OG. This is probably my favorite version out of all of them. Something about the fact that it's kind of clear is very, very cool to me. So I've made my base here out of a Japanese female because they seem to be the biggest, and the paint and everything seems to match up the most with Clown's actual mask. As you can see, the mouth hasn't been cut or anything like that. We've got the nose added, and then we have some gaffer's tape. Clown did not use electric tape, he used gaffer's tape, and a lot of people miss that detail. We also have a very thick elastic string there on the side because Clown did not use the regular elastic that would have been on these masks from the store, but a sort of thicker elastic string for stage purposes, I assume. He actually didn't wear the clear one too often, and I'm not sure if it was a separate mask, but he ended up busting the teeth out of the front, kind of where the little mouth hole is broken and stuff like that. These masks are pretty fragile, and they like to crack and stuff, so I don't know if it was the same one or if Clown had a different one and he removed the teeth to make it a little easier to breathe out of, probably a little easier to spit out of, and you could probably hear him a little clearer through a microphone. Which brings us to that version. Obviously you can see that the mouth is weathered, almost all of the lips on the bottom are completely gone, and we have a nice big busted out chunk there. This is unfinished. I have not done the strapping on this yet, but it is the exact same mask as the other one you just saw, with the exact same nose. I just haven't added the thick elastic strap. I'm having a little bit of a hard time finding it locally. So I might just have to suck it up and order some offline and wait for it to get here, but this will be the busted version. I actually remember seeing Clown wear this a lot more than I saw him wearing the regular version with the teeth left in. He wore it for a few interviews, and that's where you'll see the best shots of it. And you would think that something missing its front teeth would look goofy, but for some reason it does work with that mask. So next up we have the pink version. Obviously this one was painted pink, and Clown used this for an interview about movies. It was like his favorite movies. I cannot find that interview anywhere for the life of me, but I have found a snippet of it where he talks about Star Wars. And yeah, the Clown just looks pretty pink. Nothing's done with the teeth or anything like that. I've got some theories about another pink Clown. I've recently taken down the video about that, or at least I think I did, and I have removed that Clown from my collection, but I did a tutorial on a pink Clown, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of what was going on with that, because some people think that it was stage lights making the black mask look that way, and that would make sense because it's weathered in the same area of the chin, and there really are no good shots where you can definitely say that it's pink and it's not lighting. So until I get some further confirmation on that, I have removed the video and taken that one out of my collection. Thus, we are left with this as the pink Clown for now. This will be the only pink Clown in my collection until I can get to the bottom of the live pink Clown. Once again, did not see him wear this one too often. In fact, the only place that I can even think of seeing him wear it was in that interview about Star Wars. Probably my second favorite version. I like how clean it was, and the fact that it was pink, and you wouldn't think that pink would make a very good collar for something like that, but it really does. I can't wait to get called out in this video for apparently saying collar wrong, but it's kind of mind-blowing because it's C-O-L-O-R, collar. I don't know how you guys want me to pronounce it, but I live in Ohio. We pretty much pronounce things the correct way here, unless you're some wannabe redneck or something like that. But yeah, collar, C-O-L-O-R. Crazy. Last but not least, we have the black All Hope Is Gone female clown. As you can see, this one is unfinished as well because, once again, I do not have the thick elastic string. I did just convert this not too long ago. It's only been a couple days. We got the chin left slightly open there. You could always see clown's beard kind of peeking through. We've got the mouth and teeth cut in the correct way. We've got the side of the mask cut in the correct way on both sides. And just some general overall weathering in the spots that are supposed to have it. Probably my least favorite version of the clown, which is sad because he wore this more than any of the other female masks. Wore it for a lot of interviews and some live shows and stuff like that, and this is the one that people can't quite tell if it was a pink mask or pink lighting on the black mask. We don't know, so I guess it's not too bad. I don't know. Still probably my least favorite, but I'm stoked on the conversion because this one seems to have the most, aside from like the toothless clown. Some black paint and a nose and some weathering and some cuts, but yeah, it is what it is. So now we will talk about why I feel as if this is one of the most, if not the most, underrated Slipknot mask in history. For me, this was the first time in a long time, since the Iowa era, that Slipknot had gone and done something like this, where they take a store-bought mask and alter it to look very, very cool, and it just really brought back the whole Slipknot feel to me, the whole homemade, I threw this together and somehow it works type thing. That's what this mask does to me. I'm pretty certain that you can compare this to almost anything that the band had made for them, clown in specific, and you'll know that it is cooler. I would even say that this mask is cooler than the Iowa clown.
Kill him. Kill him now.
I know that when we were young and edgy, the Iowa clown was crazy because he had his brain hanging out and he had a pentagram and it was satanic and crazy and cool. But looking back on it, this one is far more subtle and more creepy in my opinion. I think now that we're older, we can admit that the Iowa clown was a little too try-hard. Even though it'll always be a super special mask to all of us, come on. So like I said, something store-bought can go a long way, especially with some slight modifications, and that's exactly what Clown did. Definitely reminds me of the first two albums, the self-titled album in particular. Secondly is just my own opinion. I just think it fucking looks cool. Something about creepy, see-through masks, I love them. I think Alice Sweet Alice was like the first movie or band or anything like that to kind of present these clear masks and make them super creepy, but a lot has followed in their pathway, including Jason, Buckethead, etc. And eventually Clown. And even though some of his were painted, you got the idea based upon the first one. So maybe that one is just my personal opinion, but the see-through mask stuff will always have a special place in my heart for whatever reason. Third of all, he wore this during the worst period for masks. I don't care if Corey's All Hope Is Gone is your favorite Corey mask. It's a terrible fucking mask. Most of the masks on that album cycle were bad. Especially Clown's mask prior to this. That leather fucking mask. God, it's awful. I hate it. I understand why he did it. I really do. I just don't like it at all. Not my thing. And to answer everybody that's asking me about getting one in my collection, I am going to go for all versions. I'm just not making it a priority right now because I don't like it that much. But eventually I will have them and I will have a completed clown set, I promise. But back to what I was saying, the masks on that album are booty, and this is probably the least booty mask on the album. In fact, I enjoy this mask. It's probably my third favorite clown. And my fourth reason for this being the most underrated Slipknot mask is that it's so easy to make. British females can be found all day, every day on eBay. Japanese ones can be found if you're lucky, and if you're having a problem finding either of those, you can get an American version. The paint job's not going to look that great, but honestly, you could probably repaint it yourself with an airbrush. $5 mask, a $5 nose, some elastic, and some reference photos, and you've got yourself a creepy, somewhat accurate Slipknot mask. So I'd like to hear you guys sound off in the comments below. What do you believe is the most underrated Slipknot mask in the band's entirety, and why? I gotta stick with this one. Definitely a favorite clown mask of mine, and I think it's highly underappreciated, but I would love to hear your guys' opinion down below. I'm gonna go ahead and show these guys off real quick. They're not completed, and I probably will do a full completed set video when they are. Gotta get to the bottom of that other pink clown mask. But yeah, that'll be today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you later.